Hey guys and gals, this is Trevor with InvestorCarrot coming at you with another client case study. And this is something we're starting doing on a more consistent basis and get in front of our customers that we're talking to all the time that are having a lot of success or just have something really cool to share. And we've got a great a member with us today, Craig, out of Florida. And actually, Craig was on one of our webinars. I think it was the SEO call a couple weeks ago, wasn't it, Craig?
Yep.
And he mentioned during the call that he's getting great results. Something like five leads a day, was getting right around there, 3 to 5, I think, cash buyers. And anytime I see something like that, I gotta go, hey, let's hop on the phone and love to chat with you, because I'm always looking to find what's working for people. And if this works for one person, what can we extract out of that to provide a really good lesson for this other person, whether it's directly related to using InvestorCarrot or online marketing, or even if it's like little mindset shifts. Because in the end, of course, Carrot, our actual product, is a software, but we have a lot of services behind it. And with our team here, we're just insanely passionate about helping our customers get better results, live better lives, the whole thing. So welcome here, Craig. And it's Craig Isom, right? Did I say it right?
Isom.
Isom, man, I butchered it. Craig Isom. So
That's okay.
out of Florida, South Florida. And I've got your website pulled up down here, so anyone watching this case study, you can, of course, kind of look down here in the bottom half. So it's isominvestments.com. And he's got some other sites with us as well, but the main one that I think you're getting the most leads off of right now is your Southwest Florida wholesale property site, right?
Yep.
I believe. Okay, cool. So before we kind of dive in and look at what you're doing, man, like I said before, let's kind of reverse back. And I always like to hear the story and kind of what brings people from where they were to where you are now. So I know you've been wholesaling real estate full time for a couple of years, but what did you do before that? What kind of job did you have? What made you want to look for something bigger, better, and when did you finally make that leap into full time?
Well, I had a lot of jobs that I really wasn't really passionate about, and I tried to start several businesses as well. And in starting my previous adventure, I was a computer-aided drafter. When the market went down, there were no more houses to draft up because construction pretty much stopped. So it's going from job to job to job, and I was starting a business, and I said, this is the last business I'm going to start. I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to do it. And lo and behold, it didn't work. Well, I can say I didn't work. I was in the wrong mindset, and I ended up working at Goodwill. And I went to Goodwill because I said, I'm going to try and help some people while I'm, moving up. So in that, I found a book, Emerging Markets by Dave Lindo, on apartments. And I read it, and my mind was blown. I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the apartment thing. And I didn't have any money, so I said, well, how am I going to do this? So I went back and read it again, and he mentioned wholesaling, houses to investors to get started. So I took my last $60, and I just went out and bought some bandit signs, and from there I did 2 deals the first year. It was horrible. Made a ton of mistakes, and the next year I did another 2 deals, and this year I'm kind of, it's picking up a lot. I'm finding a lot more buyers. I'm taking in a lot more of the knowledge that I attained over the years, and it seems like everything is just really well, especially with your site. I love it, love it, love it. I have more buyers than I could ever shake a stick at, and that's one problem I never had. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah.
I love it. It's kind of funny. Every time I talk to people who have made that transformation from whatever they were doing before, that mentally they didn't like, they weren't passionate about it, to whatever you're doing now, there's always that pivotal moment, right? And I think you had a few of them there. You had a few pivotal moments that really helped you change your mindset in the right direction. And one of those things was finding that book that can help you see this new possibility and give you a direction. And it sounds like, of course, getting the job at Goodwill, and also how the industry going down the tubes with construction. I mean, all these things happened in a series where they had to happen that way. Otherwise, you wouldn't have made this mindset shift that made it where you're like, I'm gonna make wholesaling work, because it's my only choice. You know, I'm not
Yeah.
going to give. I see other people doing this. If they can do it, you know, why can't I do it?
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's awesome, man. So the first year you did a couple deals, and that was
Yeah.
through postcards. You mentioned that was sending out postcards and
Man,
bandit
it's
signs.
nice.
Okay,
Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
okay,
Uh,
cool. And then you don't have to give specifics, but as far as money earned on those, was it like the standard 5 to 10 grand a pop on those?
yeah,
Or?
that was 5 to 10. Second year was 10 to 15,
Okay,
and one recent was another 15. So
cool.
I'm steadily increasing. So
Yeah.
can't quit now.
And those $15,000 pop ones, I mean, those are good ones because really, what does it take to equal what you were earning before? Maybe 3 deals a year.
That was like half a year's salary in some jobs.
Yeah,
Some jobs it was the whole year. You know.
gotcha.
So
All right there. So I love it, man. So let's kind of shift the conversation over a little bit. So before you joined InvestorCarrot, and of course, InvestorCarrot, you're pretty darn new at this. I mean, right around a month as far as being an InvestorCarrot member. But before you joined InvestorCarrot, what were you doing to get leads? Were you doing anything with the internet? And did you have websites before?
I had a couple free sites that I set up a little squeeze page,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just annoying. Every time someone would email me, put in their info, I'd have to go in, copy paste, write up an introduction. Who are you? What are you looking for? It was just a pain in the butt, and my leads were doing really good. So I was getting 4 or 5. I mean, they just kept piling up every day. But it was just a pain to manage it all. Plus, I was trying to deal with sellers, and then see who's actual buyers, from these guys. And when I found your site, when I saw the autoresponder, I was hooked. I was like, I need that. And then I saw the price. I'm like, oh my gosh. And when I saw the tutorials, the InvestorCarrot University, it was just, I was experiencing it before I actually bought it. So I was hooked before, even before I even paid the first buck to get the site. So
awesome, man. Awesome. So everyone who's listening to this, Craig mentioned the email autoresponder that goes out when people opt in. And yeah, that's something built into Carrot. And I think a lot of people read that one simple little autoresponder and they probably think they probably pass it by as, it's just, I can just change this email, which you can change the email. But as Craig knows, the way that we wrote those emails in all those autoresponders, like it's written in a specific way. If you look at that email and it's the subject line is short and curiosity written, and then it's like we're specifically hitting these psychological triggers in those very short emails that get someone to make it feel like you sat there and sent email, number one. And number two, we always ask them a question in the emails. So it elicits replies from as many people as possible, because anytime you can start a conversation and get someone to actually reply back to you, then your chances of actually converting that lead are way higher. So that's why we're asking a question in emails. And then at the bottom, I don't know if you noticed this, Craig, where it says sent from my iPhone. As soon as we sent that in there, as soon as we put that in there, the reply rate went up, because then people feel like it's real. Craig's sitting there and he got this email and he replied right back to it from his phone. Man, this guy's like hustling. I need to get a hold of this person. So there's a lot of little things like that built into Carrot that are in there. You probably haven't even noticed some of them, but it's stuff that we work hard on this stuff, and I love it that hearing comments like you made just makes me and the rest of the team smile. So let's dive in, guys. So I'm going to show you really quick Craig's main site that he's getting the most leads on. I'm going to cover up our pictures here for a second. So this right here is Craig's cash buyer website, and he's in South Florida. You can see around the Cape Coral market. And he essentially set up the cash buyer site. Doesn't look like much, if anything, is really changed in here. So he doesn't have a logo, guys. He hasn't spent hours customizing stuff. It looks like it's basically the way it was when you created it, except you put some content in there, some testimonials, which is awesome. And we're actually running split tests, guys, on these exact designs. And we're going to start running some tests actually with Craig's site since he's driving leads every day. And for one of our members up in Denver, actually, on this exact same site, the only thing she's changed is the color and, of course, the domain. She's seeing conversion rates all the way from 45 to 67%. So she's getting about a 45% conversion rate on this page, and she's getting almost a 67% conversion rate on this page. And she's getting a decent amount of leads. I mean, that one over there is about 60 or 70 leads, and this one right here, 40 or 50 leads in the last month. So it works. So I'm looking forward, Craig, to working with you, man, on getting yours to convert even better as well. But so what's your strategy so far? So you're a new member. You've been with us for about a month. You took the route of, rather than going out there and really pushing hard right away to get motivated sellers, of course, that's a focus of yours as well, but you're focusing on, okay, let's get quick results. Let's get some cash buyers, because you know with cash buyers, now you can do deals even if you don't have sellers, if you got a great cash buyer list. So what are you doing, man, to drive traffic to this to get those cash buyers?
I'm doing a combination of YouTube and Craigslist and Backpage and eBay Classifieds. And I'm posting what you would consider ghost ads, like a 3-2 with a really cheap price, motivated, all cash offers, something like that. And I have probably 10 to 20 different ones that I've actually sat down and wrote, what would I want a motivated seller to say? And I post probably 3 to 6 ads a day. I've been kind of taking a little break in the last couple of weeks, but anytime I do that, I always get new people opting in on the site. They go to the site or go to the ad, then they go to the site, they opt in, and I'm getting sometimes 5 a day. And it's working awesome. Plus the YouTube, I'm doing a video probably at least one every week for my buyers, plus the back page and the eBay classifieds as well.
Awesome. So you're posting classified ads, and like you said, you're posting ghost ads. So for people who aren't familiar, I mean, it's an ad that looks like it's property for sale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So what's your YouTube channel? I'd love to check it out.
It is,
just so people can kind of see what kind of videos you're doing on a weekly basis.
If you look up Craig Isom, or you can just look up.
I got it. I found it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So guys and gals, we hopped over to Craig's YouTube page, and you can see he's got a bunch of videos up here. He's putting in about one every week, and you can see there's some views. So this one's got 60 and 17 and 44 and 94 and 221, and that's the thing, guys. So this right here, even though these videos aren't getting viewed hundreds and hundreds of times every month, they're getting views, and they're grabbing search rankings in all the different markets that he's in. And let's see this one right here, SWFL Wholesale Properties. So you can see this one right here, guys, has gotten over 200 views.
Create your
add one for
own customized website today for just $1 penny at HostGator.com.
There we go. Cool. Cool. So really simple videos. What are you using to create the videos?
I was using just the free Windows Live Movie Maker.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I started out with, and I'm still using it today. I have another one, but I rarely use it. But like I said, I didn't have the cash to make these videos, to buy a software, so I just used what I had, and it works just as fine.
Cool.
Just a 30-second video, and
I love it.
that's all it takes.
Should type something in real quick. Cool. Awesome, man. So guys, that's his YouTube strategy. I mean, the big thing with Craig on the YouTube is he's staying consistent. He didn't put one video out and stop there and wonder why that one video isn't getting him 1,000 views a day. And that's one mindset that you've got to have is you're in this for the long haul. Craig knows that. He's been a full-time investor for 2 years, and it's growing little by little for him. And just like with everything, once you kind of get over that hump, once you get over the hump, things start to get easier. They start to get faster. You start to find leads quicker, start to do deals quicker, make more money. And once you get over that hump, it gets really easy to make money. But it takes some perseverance and time to get to that point to where you can tip over. And I think Craig's pretty darn close to that. I've got a feeling, which is cool. So yeah. So a couple more questions, man, just kind of tie things together for people. So on the deals that you've been doing, so you mentioned one, a decently recent one that you netted 15K on it. Where are you getting the sellers? Where'd that seller come from?
I got that seller from Craigslist. I saw him online, and he just kept lowering his price and lowering his price, and I called him up and introduced myself and see if I could help him. And that deal took a while, but it was well worth it. Mm-hmm. A lot of my other deals I'm getting from direct mail, online, Craigslist. So that's where I'm getting most of my deals.
Okay, cool. So the deal recently kind of cut out on my end. That was from the MLS, or was that from Craigslist, where the guy was lowering his price?
No, it was from Craigslist.
Okay, cool. So so you're mining Craigslist. The guy kept on lowering his price. You dove in, talked with him, saw some room in there, wholesaled that deal over for a $15,000 profit.
Yeah.
Awesome. And was that to your cash buyer list that you were building?
Yeah. It was actually to the one that I picked up from the site.
Awesome. So that right there, guys, just to kind of make that connection in your minds on the strategy and why a cash buyer list is so important. A lot of people, they go, I just need seller leads because once I get a good deal, then it'll be easy to sell. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's kind of true, but it's so easy to build a good cash buyer list. Craig's taken one approach with leveraging the internet a lot. There's a lot of offline ways to grow a really great cash buyer list. But once you have this good cash buyer list, guys, as soon as you lock up a deal, now you can sell that so much more quickly, or even better, if you don't have the deals, go out there and find the wholesalers, call the bandit signs, go to the foreclosure auctions, talk to the people who are bidding on properties and closing on them, and talk to those people and say, hey, I've got an insanely great cash buyer list. I'm building it. You're building yours on the internet with Carrot. I got a great cash buyer list. Do you have any properties that you need to sell? And then team up with those guys and get a co-wholesaling fee or something like that in the middle. So, guys, everyone out there, if you are wholesaling, put a cash buyer list together like Craig's doing. If InvestorCarrot's a fit for you, awesome. If it's not, no big deal. And then start posting some Craigslist ads. Put a little bit of work into it. How much time do you think you're spending on a daily basis building your cash buyer list currently?
Daily basis, I would say just a couple hours.
Okay.
Just posting the ads and doing the YouTube videos. I've done them so many times that I can just make a quick video in less than 20 minutes, and that's including uploading from Starbucks or something. Then I post the ads, and a lot of times it's the same ad over and over. Once it expires, I just renew it, and it's pretty simple.
Cool.
Once you're ready for it, you'll figure out a way.
Yeah, I love it, man.
So there's tons of ways.
I love it. So I like that. So moving on, I guess to close this out, what's next for you? What's next for Craig Isom? Are you going to keep on pushing forward with the wholesaling until you get some cash flow to put into multifamily, or kind of what's next for you in 2014?
2014 for me is I'm pushing towards the multifamily. I'm still going to do the wholesaling, but I'm in a niche now, probate and inheritance, and I'm focusing more on that. And it's a slower process, but the turnaround is bigger, so I can move towards investing in multifamily.
Awesome, man. I like it. Well, thank you guys for hopping on for this quick case study. And of course, thanks, Craig, for hopping on and speaking up on that webinar. It's cool. We had our Getting Started call today. We have our weekly Getting Started call for InvestorCarrot members, and every single week I have one of those. Someone speaks up and goes, "Man, I just did this and got my first lead today," or "I'm doing this and I'm generating leads." And Scott, another one of our members, said, hey, just post my first Craigslist ad today, driving it to one of the lead pages that's already in Carrot, and I got my first lead within 20 minutes. And that kind of stuff, guys, is empowering for me as a team member here on InvestorCarrot. And to me, it should be really empowering to everyone watching this call or this case study, because you don't have to overcomplicate things. With InvestorCarrot, we give you a really good jump start in getting the right platform. The content's there. You can, of course, tweak the content, tweak the design if you want to. But the big thing is, guys, is moving fast and taking action fast. Like Craig has done, like Scott, like countless other people, where they latched onto something that was already working. Can it work better? Yeah, we can always increase conversions. We're always working with members like Craig to do that. But find something that works and take actions that have worked for other people before. So get your cash buyer list up and start posting some Craigslist ads and get that darn cash buyer list growing. And then switch focus, and you could focus on search engine optimization later over the long term, and start to generate motivated seller leads, using Craigslist or SEO or pay-per-click. So, Craig, I thank you for coming on, man. Any parting words or words of wisdom to people who are either looking at InvestorCarrot as a potential solution for them, or really that need that confidence to jump forward and believe in themselves to invest in real estate?
I would say don't be afraid to make any mistakes. You're going to make mistakes, but as far as moving forward, I definitely believe that you guys have solved every problem that I've ever had as far as online marketing, and because you teach it, you show it, the support's there. You guys have already done the hard work. So if you're thinking about taking your business to the next level, definitely on Carrot. These guys, they've done it all. It's already ready for you. As soon as you swipe your card, you got a business rolling. So best of luck to everybody.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you hopping on, Craig, and everyone. There's more case studies of InvestorCarrot members here on this website. I'm not sure if it's going to be below or wherever it is. It's going to be somewhere on the site. And we're going to keep on uploading more, probably every other week, because we're always talking with members, always helping people improve. And yeah, if you have questions, hit us up through the questions panel. If it's during the middle of the day on a weekday, hit us up on live chat. And we'd love to help be a part of your path and living the life you want to live and grow your investment business. So, Craig, thanks for hopping on and sharing your story.
Thanks, sir.